So let's start with welcome to another fantastic chat with Debbie O'Brien.
Oh.
She was just asking, like, when did you get so professional? I mean, we have a soundboard now.
Yeah, but you're using the same sound every time. Exactly. You gotta mix it up a bit.
Are you happy now?
Yeah, I'm happy now.
Okay. Anyway, Debbie.
I think the sound sounded cool.
The what? The harp?
The whole intro, the whole thing. I just think it's perfect.
Okay, well, let's run this
hit me with
again.
it. Love it.
Wait, we should do this one more time with then Luke saying Debbie O'Brien. Let's see. What? Luke can't hear anything? Is that right?
I can hear you guys. I just can't hear. Whoa! I hear myself very tunnel now. Great.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
So if we do the sound, that one.
I don't hear it.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I think we're gonna have to move on from that.
All right. So let's move
Fine.
on. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Sorry, he's the timekeeper. Okay, so Debbie, welcome back to Amsterdam. It's been a very long time since you've been here.
Well, yeah. I mean, something just happened in the world and stopped me from coming. But yeah.
Apparently, it's called the Vid these days.
The Vid.
Yes, the Vid. Shane from Top Tall. I was talking to him. He's one of our sponsors, and he said, "You don't call it COVID or Corona anymore. We call it the Vid."
The Vid. Well, I'm glad the Vid is. Well, I don't know if it's gone, but it's not here right now.
Well, it's not very present anymore, is it?
I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out in a week's time, right?
Yeah. Oh, good grief. Get all those tests in the house.
Goodness gracious.
So, a lot of things have happened. A lot of things have changed. Last time we spoke, we were just talking about this. I was trying to convince you to join Passionate People.
I know you were.
At which I sadly
Crazy.
failed because you would have been such a great addition. So the door's still wide open, by the way, if
Thank
you
you.
want to. This is always open. But you ended up at Nuxt.
At Nuxt,
At
yeah.
Nuxt. Would you mind telling us a little bit about that?
It was incredible because literally, like, I'm advocating for Nuxt. I'm giving talks on Nuxt. I'm, helping with documentation on Nuxt, and then they want to hire me and they're going to pay me to just do what I love doing in my free time. That's cool.
That's amazing.
That's cool.
So, and then has the Nuxt journey already ended, or is that still ongoing?
I know, and it ended last year, which is crazy because like Nuxt was always my kind of like dream job, but someone headhunted me, came along, and kind of persuaded me that this was going to be a good opportunity for my career, and I was going to have to go into the React world, which was a massive challenge because it's like, but wow, I'm like up here in Nuxt. I know everything about Nuxt. I'm like really good at my job, and now I'm going to be like a junior developer who knows nothing, advocating for React that I know nothing about, and learning TypeScript and React, and
Really?
and all about what Bit does, which is component and basically like independent components, dependency graphs, all that kind of stuff. So it was full on. It was a massive change.
How was that for you? Because you, as you say, were an expert on Nuxt. I mean, let's be frank here.
Yeah, I mean,
you were
I was.
you were
Let's hit me with it, yeah.
top level developer when it comes to Nuxt and Vue.js, and then suddenly you have to go back to being like this.
I didn't know
junior
how to write a
developer.
component. I could not create a component.
Really?
So I did a live stream with my friend Tim Bennix. I don't know if you know Tim
Yeah,
Bennix.
Tim, yeah, definitely
So
know
me
him.
and Tim got on a live stream to learn React through the React docs. And we failed miserably, and people were going, "We don't do React like that anymore." And I'm like, "But it's in the docs like this." And it was like
Is
so
this class-based
frustrating.
components versus
Yeah.
functional?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a ballsy move, though. Just going on the live stream and
Well, we
then
thought it
people
would be
know you're
easy.
the expert.
We didn't think it was like going to be hard. We thought we would just like go, "Wow, look how easy it is to learn React," right? That's what I thought. But
Right.
we failed, and then we had a colleague of Tim's jumped on to actually rescue us and then show us how to do it. And like, but where do we get this information from? It's not documented. And that's when the React team reached out to me.
Really?
Yeah.
During the live stream?
No, like a week later.
Okay.
She saw the stream and she's like, "Oh my God." So Rachel Neighbors reached out and she's like, "We want you to beta test the new React docs." So I became a beta tester and then was able to learn React using the new React docs that then
wow.
are still in
Nice.
beta.reactjs.org. So I think they're amazing.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, they haven't released them yet because they're still missing some stuff, but they're public, so you can actually use them.
So are they any better than the current docs? Because the current
They're
docs.
incredible. They're incredible because they've got like Rachel Neighbors touch to it, so it's got like loads of kind of graphics and stuff, like illustrations, so it helps you picture like children. I didn't know what children were. Nobody told me what children were. We don't have children in Vue.
Really?
Yeah, we don't have children. So I was like, what are children? But it's just like, something that gets filled in by its parent, right? It's just, but you just put a component in there. So someone didn't explain that to me. So I'm like, on a live stream and someone's like, "Oh yeah, just add children." What do you mean just add children? What are you on about? And then I was like trying to like loop over components. And I was like, right, I need a V4. Is there an OR4? Is there an OR4? I know there's an Angular. I used to come from Angular, and that's like, there's a 4 in there. What do we do in React? How do I do a 4? There's no OR4.
Wow. This,
And then-
map.
I've never. Yeah, it's like map.
Never thought about it.
Yeah,
No,
but
exactly.
exactly. It's like map. But what's map? Google Maps?
It's an array prototype function.
You heard it here first. If we're talking about maps, we're talking about Google Maps.
Yes.
So forget all about array.map. It doesn't exist.
And what the new docs do is it actually tells you and teaches you what map is. It teaches you what filter is. So it doesn't just teach you React. It helps you understand the concepts of
So it actually goes
JavaScript.
into the concepts of
Yes.
map reduce, things like that.
Yeah.
But that's super useful because there's a lot of developers out there who learn a specific framework like a React or a Vue, but they
Exactly.
don't actually understand the concepts that are underneath all that enable you to make this kind of software. That's
Yeah.
really good of them.
And especially if you go from the Vue world to the React world, where you're used to having all this magic that happens, and then all of a sudden you have to like think in JavaScript, but you don't think in JavaScript. So you're kind of going, how do I do something? But it's React is just JavaScript. It's just simpler.
Yeah.
But if you know the basics, you can do it. So yeah, like the new docs are amazing. I gave a talk at the React conference back in, was it November or December? About them, and highly encourage you to watch them. But check out the new docs because they're great, and they have code sandboxes actually in the actual documentation where you can play with the like you can learn from it. So, and I actually have a video series where I'm walking through the new docs and going through those code challenges and failing sometimes because I make mistakes and then I'm like, what? But then there's answers, which is cool. And then I go, oh, Debbie, yeah, you forgot the brackets.
Okay, we're gonna make sure to add that link to the video series when we publish this particular
Thanks.
podcast.
That's gonna be
because
cool.
Sounds good.
This sounds super interesting. So, are you actually contributing to the new React docs?
No, but I'm creating the video series. So, I mean, that's kind of like, yeah,
helps.
that's enough
pretty substantial contribution. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
So if so now you have some React experience as well
Yes.
as like still top level, top tier Vue experience. I mean, you used to live and breathe Vue basically.
Well, I still like my website is in Nuxt. I'm not taking my website away from Nuxt. Nuxt content is my I love it.
Saying that, but I was more curious about how would you compare the two, because you can actually make a pretty good comparison between the two frameworks, and you can say something substantial about it as well. Because it's not that I'm trying to start that it's Vue versus React, but I'm generally interested in how have you experienced the transition from Vue to React, and how has that changed your outlook on Vue as well?
So yeah, obviously the challenge was learning React, and you know that happened, and now I actually can build components, which is great. But the way I like to look at it is before, and a lot of people say, I prefer Vue, I don't like React, and you know, or the other way around, right? But mainly they say that because they don't have the skills. And I didn't like React when I couldn't build a component because it's frustrating because I can't get a job done, right? But once I know how to do something and understand it, now I'm like, oh my God, I really like this. So this happens a lot, right? And I use it with like, say, Taekwondo or Karate. I love Taekwondo because I'm a 4th-degree black belt. I don't like Karate as much because I don't know the steps in Karate. So I'm not very good at it. So therefore it's like, I prefer Taekwondo. Taekwondo's better.
I mean, the
Fair
mastery
enough.
makes it fun on its own, right? So if you have the mastery, you have the language or whatever, then it's
Yeah. Like,
something you're going to enjoy.
you need to learn it, understand it, and then make a decision. And maybe you don't like it, and that's also cool.
Yeah, that's
right?
fine.
But
it's a well-informed decision because you've actually
Exactly.
taken the time to learn the tool.
exactly.
That's super cool. I think it's recommended for people in general, not just Vue or React, but just to learn more of the tools out there, so that you have a better how do you say this?
Understanding.
A better
of everything.
understanding, and you can formulate your opinion based on actual facts and your own experience
Perspective.
and own perspective. Exactly. Thank
Yeah.
you. I was looking for a beautiful word, and you gave it to me. I'm so happy we brought you on this. Anyway, I'm looking at the time here. We still have about a minute left.
Maybe two.
Maybe
Maybe
two.
two.
Okay.
Ooh, hit me with.
So we need to get like the really, really interesting questions here.
Well,
And
that's
I am
putting a lot
seriously
of pressure
drawing
on
a
it.
blank here. It's just amazing. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, you're back now in Amsterdam. Are we going to be seeing more of you also with the JSWORLD conference in June?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Oh.
It will be really nice. It will be really nice because we have been stuck in the podcast room for the whole day, and we really would have liked to see your talk.
You know what happened? Life in-person events happened, and then I got double booked because you moved the conference from February to
Yeah, I know.
a date that another conference was on. So now I'm meant to be in 2 places on the one day, and I could do that when I was in my house in the virtual world, but in the real world, it's very difficult.
So how's being in 2 places on the same day working out for you today?
Well, today it's good because it's like, you can actually see the difference, but when it was virtual, you're kind of still in the same room, but you were in America, and then 2 hours later, you're somewhere else, and it's like, well, okay, it's the same room.
It's the same room, it's the same people, it's the same silly old view out the window.
Yeah, the same beer from the same fridge.
But I mean, now... But now you have to run to get a flight.
Yeah, but
So-
I'm going for a party. I'm not going for a conference thing, because
That party is
Which
just
is good, right?
just as important as going to a conference. I
Maybe
mean,
even more important.
yeah, you
Yeah.
have to
Be on
you
time.
have to be able to go out and party and enjoy yourself, right? So that's super
Yeah.
important. Debbie, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming
Thank
on.
you very much.
And I hope to see you next time.
I hope so too. Now that I know this room exists.
Would be really nice.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna make sure of it. Okay. Debbie, thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.